Oh, welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, how do I store my first earlies? Well, we leave them in the containers, and all I do is pull out all the haulms. These are the Swift. They were sown on the 22nd of April. I'm going to take out all the grass clippings as well. I do like small potatoes, so there's no point in letting them get too big or leave it too long. While all the foliage is down, we end up getting blight because the weather's so unpredictable. It's unbelievable. So that's the first stage. You get the haulms out. We'll check on this volunteer. It doesn't look like a courgette, or it might be, but you might be able to tell me the variety. So now they're all out. We've also checked for blight, but whether you can actually see that or not, looks like a courgette, but do you know what variety it is? Can't even see the screen. I hope you can see that. And let's put that there. Yes, you should be able to see that. But if you know what variety it is, just let me know, and we'll let the other one grow as well. But what I do then is just make sure they've got enough water. But I need to top them up with compost. But once they're topped up with compost, I'll stack them on one another. We'll go and show you what I've already done in different parts of the allotment. I'll spread my potatoes out so that they don't, if they do get blight, we don't lose them all. We've been lucky this year up to yet. The only one I'm going to leave is the Swift, which we replanted on the 11th of June. So basically we took it all out, just took all the big ones off the roots, or they probably normally fall off, but all the small ones, left them where they were and replanted it. It did perk back up. It's as good as some of the rest. I've done it with Rocket before, but not sure how the Swift would work out. As you can see there, we've just topped it up with some of my compost that we find with the added perlite. Thank you very much to the cannabis growers for being unscrupulous and dump it everywhere. Naughty, naughty. But as you know, our homemade compost and mixes does sink. So we did lose probably 3 inches. So we've topped it up, keep those potatoes under cover, and then we can stack them up somewhere out the way. We'll continue to water these because we want them damp, or should we say moist, but not dry and not too wet, just so it keeps the potatoes nice. But the amount of rain that we're having at the moment over this weekend, I would imagine I shan't have to. So I've just got to keep an eye on the different varieties and make sure I don't eat all the last variety. I bought a few extra seed potatoes, them very small ones, very cheap, and I've already managed to save some Swift and some Charlottes, and another variety just slips my mind at the moment. So we'll start again. Now I've found the labels on the floor that I'm too lazy to pick up. I've got 6 Charlotte and 6 Petland Javelin saved in my fridge at home, tank switched on in egg trays, and either some Swift or some Rocket to plant for Christmas potatoes. We've got some Kestrel here. The Marfonia at the far end, they're still looking good, but the other ones have just started to go, so I'm going to pull the haulms out and then top up with the compost. We've got 3 potatoes there that are on the surface, all gone green, of the Kestrel. So those are 2 bags of Kestrel that we've just done. The far one is the Marfonia. So those 3 seeds I'll take home to put out for seed, so they're not wasted. So that now releases a couple of beds for those silver skinned onions. So we'll just give this a quick tickle. It's been mulched with that plain cocoa coir. We'll just drag a little bit of that soil and everything up from underneath. It's well moist, so I should expect it to be as well. But if your soil and beds are just getting a little bit composty, don't forget to add a few bits of soil from molehills, those fly tipping little creatures. And I know some of you, especially Nick the gardener, suffering with moles in the garden. Thankfully we haven't got the issues here. So that bed's ready, just needs to flatten down. I'll make a mess again when I start putting the onions in, but we've got something flat to start off with. No signs of the silver skin onions that we left to go to seed. They're still growing like mad. Just going to top this up with some cocoa coir because it feels a bit soily. This will just help with the weeds, stopping them from grow, keeping the light out. Looks tidy as well. So the potatoes that we've still got growing, we've got the Marfonia, and this year I've been taking the flowers off, and that was part of the Adopt a Tater challenge from Clive's Conundrum Garden. The Swift that we replanted, and the ones that have got the volunteers in, need to top those up with the compost. Got another Pentland Javelin here, and another Marfonia, and the flowers are coming out on these as well, so I'm doing that this year. Just stops the potato putting all the energy into producing the seeds. We'll let the rest of those flowers come up as they wish. Excuse me. We've got a couple of Desiree, and as you can see they're growing really well. Hardly any signs of a touch of blight, those damaged leaves. The comfrey's growing a treat there. Three Desiree, sorry. Then we've got some Sharpies Express going along the back there. We'll nip round the other side. And we've got a couple of the pink fir apple. I originally had those off Steve, from Steve's Allotment. These are some of the condor potatoes. We put 12 condor potatoes in that bucket, and different ones in there. As you can see, they've all flopped over, so I'm really pleased that I supported these. Sunflower. I've supported these mainly to keep the paths open and to support them. Apparently it gives increases the yield. Weed as we go. Oh, there's another one over there. They're pinching all the water. Talking of water, we've got lots of water again now. It's rained every day. Some quite heavy showers. We seem to have caught every one. There's another bucket. I think those buckets I put 16 seeds in, and we've got some more Charlotte there, so those haulms can come out on there. Obviously the condor we can leave to the death unless we see the stems going black and the telltale signs of blight. There's all sorts of blight, but it's the nasty one you've got to look out for that looks horribly blistery, horrible stuff. And of course I'm trying to keep Steve's challenge going, the single seed potato challenge. You can see some of the leaves are just going a bit brown. Not worried about that. It's when they go brown or horrible and then the stems go black, and then you have to make sure you don't touch anything else if you touch those. And to stop the blight getting into the potatoes, just pull the haulms out, and don't harvest your potatoes for at least 2 weeks so that the blight doesn't get to them, especially if you're going to store them. If you're going to eat them straight away, it isn't a problem. There's some of my old Sarpos that I grew from those seed pods we showed you earlier. There's some more Morris Bard, and then 2 more of Steve's challenge, but I'm going to have to get them out the tray. They're going to be absolutely soaked. I think they're probably better to just bury them into the wood chips, and then they can take what moisture they want, not overwatering by flooding, etc. By gum, they were heavy. They won't need watering for a while. But keeping an eye on your plants, if they're looking nice and healthy, not an issue. But if they just started to die back, for whatever reason, might be just general dieback, but we're always keeping an eye out for anything that looks like proper blight. The old wildlife area. Poppies soon come and gone. Water for the birds, and lots of flowers. Thumbs up or a thumbs down for the interaction, please, before you go, and leave me a comment, whatever you like. Join in with the comments, give the comments a thumbs up, etc. And if you want to see what I'm getting up to, then why not consider subscribing. Don't forget the secret raffle. I've explained that in previous videos. Don't worry about missing out. There'll be a dedicated video coming soon. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.